Genesis chapter 18. God talks to Abraham about his covenant and the people of Sodom and Gomorrah. Verses 3, 4, and 5. My Lord, if I have now found favor in your sight, do not pass on by your servant. Please let a little water be brought, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. I will bring a morsel of bread, that you may refresh your hearts. After that you may pass by, inasmuch as you have come to your servant. They said, do as you have said. If you're confused when it says they, God came with 3 of his angels into Abraham's house. Abraham is happy and he's proud that God is in his house. He's treating him like the God that he is. Verses 9 and 10. Then they said to him, where is Sarah your wife? So he said, here in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return to you, according to the time of life. Behold, Sarah your wife shall have a son. God is confirming again that he will have a son named Isaac. But Sarah was in the other room listening. Verses 11 and 12. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, well advanced in age, and Sarah had passed the age of childbearing. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, after I have grown old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? Making fun of the Lord again and not having faith again. What I think is a nice detail is that you can see that Lord should always be capitalized, but since Sarah is making fun of the Lord, she doesn't capitalize it. Literally the next line right there. Verses 13, 14, and 15. The Lord said to Abraham, why did Sarah laugh, saying, shall I surely bear a child, since I am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time I will return to you according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. But Sarah denied it, saying, I did not laugh, for she was afraid. And he said, no, but you did laugh. Now that Sarah has been caught, she's afraid, she's making up lies, but she did laugh. She was making fun of the Lord, and that is a sin. Now Abraham, the Lord, and the angels are going to go down to Sodom and Gomorrah. They're all talking with each other. Verses 20 and 21. The Lord said, because the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grave, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry against it that has come to me, and if not, I will know. I was confused and I had to look this up again, but the Lord was planning on destroying the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, had the people been wicked, but he's walking and he's talking with Abraham, and Abraham is like, what? Verses 23 and 24. And Abraham came near and said, would you also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Suppose there were 50 righteous within the city. Would you also destroy the place and not spare it for the 50 righteous that were in it? Abraham's like, dang, you're going to kill everybody there? There's good people there too, I bet. You're going to kill them all? The Lord said, if I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare all the place for their sakes. That was verse 26. The Lord values all life, but the Lord also gave you free will, and he wants you to follow him, but he's not going to force you. But the Lord will honor those who follow him. Verse 27 and 28. Then Abraham answered and said, indeed now, I who am but dust and ashes have taken it upon myself to speak to the Lord. Suppose there were 5 less than the 50 righteous. Would you destroy all of the city for lack of 5? So he said, if I find there are 45, I will not destroy it. Abraham is asking honest questions. He's not challenging God, but he's asking honest questions. Will you do this? He continues to ask, if there's 40 people, what if there's 30 people, what if there's 20 people? He finally says, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak but once more. Suppose 10 should be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the sake of 10. God values all life, and he protects the life that honors him. If you are righteous, God will protect you. God will be with you. He will never destroy you. That's what he promised in his last covenant. He loves us, and he loves that we love him. Thank you for watching.